Good morning, beautiful people. It is Wednesday, the 12th of Feb 2025. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you guys. The culture. And of course, we're hosted by the very best. Brent, you in the building?
Morning, people in the chat. We love you, we love you, we love you. I had just a passing thought yesterday. And you know how it is, I like to just vocalize my appreciation of people.
Yes, indeed.
Just give it and go, give it and go. Yeah, I was just gonna jump in the Discord yesterday and just say, love you, man. At everyone.
Yeah.
And just go, but I'm like, people might think I'm mad. Why
For being nice? Why?
Because if I get in a habit of doing that, I'll be doing it a lot. Because every passing moment, as this thing that we're going to be announcing very, very soon, like is getting closer, like I just have a warm feeling of everybody who was. You're not used to people talking like this, innit? Like men.
No.
Like it tells. It shows. Like on your face, you're like, this is uncomfortable.
Serious?
Yeah. Don't people do that with you? Any men in your life?
I mean, I'm a changed man, 2025, innit? Mindset, man.
But that's the question I've asked. Does anybody do it with you? Just stop and share their musings with you, their gratitude.
I'm trying to think of something. Probably not as often. No.
No, it's all right. I mean, I don't know how much you actually place yourself around men when you leave here.
Yeah.
Right? In my mind, the majority of... You do it again. Because you're the way I do it is. There's your family.
Yeah.
None of them are men. As in the immediate family. I mean, the one you basically coupled with. Yeah. Don't know when last you saw your brothers. I know that you have some friends in South London, right?
No, to be fair, I'm always around men.
Right. How comfortable was that saying?
Well, that's fine, man.
Yeah?
That's normal, isn't it? I stay ahead of the
100%.
sexuals, man.
100%. Striver came on Monday.
Big up Striver.
Yeah, all the time. I didn't know that he went to church.
Yeah, we all
But he
do,
spoke
man.
about it freely.
Why is that surprising? You got balance.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'd be doing that too much. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was saying that, I feel like a warmth. Knowing full well it will be very well received, and knowing full well that we will continue serving this community in which it is that we live in.
True indeed.
And the first people will be able to share it with other people in the forum and the people on YouTube or the people on Instagram and whatnot who follow us, support us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just took a moment to just say, oh my goodness, like I love these people, man.
No, for real. Because they really do support. Like even though, every now and again, if it comes up in conversation, I'm chatting to somebody, and I'm like, oh, I wish we got our subscribers up and all that sort of stuff. By the way, guys, like the video, share, comment. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers.
That's the thing you'll continue to forget to do. I mean, that's an etiquette you'll need to basically practice on this particular platform. It's important to let them know they're part of
For sure.
road to such and such.
For sure.
I think that's the lingo now.
Yeah,
We're on the
100%.
road.
7K subscribers,
I might have to
guys.
basically get a jingle up.
Yeah, 100%,
so that you all
man.
don't have to keep saying it. Because I don't know if it is. It feels cheap and like you're begging, just asking them to basically...
I don't think so.
What? Okay.
Only because I've seen bare YouTube videos, and people even on 500K, 750K.
Precisely.
You know what I'm saying?
They want as many people to benefit from whatever it is that they're
For sure.
basically putting out.
That's it.
So as much as you can remind them, hey, just subscribe.
Yeah.
We're on the road to. Boom.
100%. Because the reality is, bare people watch the video. I do all the time. Watch bare videos, and I'm not subscribed. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. So unless the person reminds me, then I might subscribe.
Yeah.
So 100% we gotta do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to get back to what you're saying, 100%, man. Every now and again, I'm thinking to myself, even though I wish the subscriber numbers was far up. Yeah, we've got a solid community. You know what I'm saying? Like a real solid base that turn up every single day. That's here with us. You know what I'm saying? So, 100%. I appreciate all you guys. 100%. Big up the researchers as well while I'm here. 100%.
The researchers. Oh crap! I have to send an email.
To me.
Even see how appreciative I am. Like they keep giving. Like one of the researchers has volunteered to basically do another aspect of this particular thing now.
That's indeed.
You know about. And I'm supposed to like create like an email for her and whatnot. Anyway, I'll get onto that. I will get onto that because God smart with this. I will. Why do you want more subscribers? I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but why?
Because, I mean, to some degree, it's an indicator that we're getting out there, innit? You know what I'm saying? And that the work that we're putting in, which is to edify ourselves, the community, our people, and push us forward is, you know what I'm saying, is doing what it's doing.
Cool, interesting. You know I mean, the end of what it is that we are doing, there is a physical aspect to it, right?
Sure,
and if we didn't have a YouTube and whatnot, if we weren't in the age where we could broadcast to many and then watch the actual following go up, we would still be doing that service.
Of course.
Absent knowing who it's going out to.
Yeah.
And that's how I approach everything that I do with that I know is quality.
Yeah.
Everything. Because it just takes one particular person to spark a little Emmanuel who in 10, 20 years might go on to change the world. Do you understand? And that's how I've always moved. That just one. That just one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the type of principle I've learned from, Jesus walks on that, because I was sparked, right? Yeah, I was sparked, bro.
Yes.
That's sexuals. I was sparked, and look what it is I'm part of doing with another group of people. So I don't get really bogged down and fixated on that kind of stuff. But anyway, morning everybody. Let me see who's in the chat. We're on the road to 6K. Subscribe. Let's see. Davina, Timmy, Bex, Energy, Adele, Christy, Mr. Ashlows. Who else? We got Dr. Amani, Iman B, Mark E, Ghana Greatness, Crud Crow, T, ELC, Imi Snow Globe, Abimi, Antonia Hansen, Black Rob, Mobizi, Yvette, TJ, Nams, Easy Bambino, Mr. One Elusive, Black Rob. I said that already. God damn it, I take it back. DCF Mooks, Johannes Williams, and Priz. Ed made...
I was literally about to say that, man.
Yeah. Ed made a thread, our sub-forum in the Discord, a community job board,
Yep.
I believe. Thank you very much for doing that.
Big up, Ed.
I think you got prompted by somebody, but you still did it nonetheless. I appreciate you greatly, Ed. I'm seeing all of the work, diligent work, all you people are doing in the Discord. Suppressor, I see you. Ed, I see you. DCF Mooks, I see you. Even Life of Bodge, he's made his way into the Discord.
Yeah, he's been causing trouble there.
He is, yep. Putting pressure on Snowstorm. You're doing God's work. Keep it up.
Come on, Snowstorm.
Yeah?
Don't let them calm you, man.
You don't like the cold, so I don't know what you're doing.
No, but she represents the heat. Somehow.
Anyway, yes, please, go into that particular sub forum or thread and drop what it is that you do, and because we're looking for a few people. We're looking for an interior designer. We're looking for a painter and decorator.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So please, just drop what it is that you do in it. Hey, I hope it is. Jen and Jess had a fantastic birthday yesterday.
Yeah, big up Jen and Jess.
Yeah, I don't see in the chat, so I hope she's hungover or something. Hope she had a good time. But anyway, yes, please drop your job titles and whatnot in the group. I know one has already done it.
Yes.
He is something engineer.
He does a lot of stuff,
I
man.
read it, and I was like, that's a fancy name.
Yeah,
But
he's self-employed engineer, plumber. You know what I'm saying? He does the other engineering thing. I can't even pronounce it. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But big him up.
Yeah. Yeah. So nice. You gotta say it twice, like JJ Okocha. Yes. yes. All right.
Yes.
That is it. Let's push on.
Let's get to the headlines. Oh man, first headline, guys. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned Hamas to return hostages by Saturday noon. That's 10 o'clock our time, right? Or face the end of the ceasefire and a resumption of intense fighting. Netanyahu ordered Israeli forces to amass in and around Gaza following Hamas's postponement of further hostage releases. There's a lack of clarity on whether Netanyahu's ultimatum includes the release of all 76 remaining hostages or just the 3 scheduled for release on Saturday. Hamas claims that Israel violated the ceasefire deal by blocking humanitarian aid, which obviously Israel is denying. The US President Donald Trump suggested that Israel cancel the ceasefire agreement if all hostages are not returned by Saturday. The IDF raised its Southern Command's readiness, and sent additional troops to the Gaza border. The ceasefire deal involves exchanging 33 Israeli hostages for 1,900 Palestinian prisoners over 6 weeks. Hamas and other Palestinian groups reject Trump's plan for the US to take over post-war Gaza and relocate its population. The ceasefire has allowed displaced Palestinians to return home and permitted aid deliveries to Gaza. Over 48,210 people have been killed in Gaza since the conflict began, with widespread displacement and infrastructure damage. Terrible, man. Next headline, and prisoners are being recalled to jail more frequently due to probation service pressures, leading to overcrowded prisons with limited public protection benefits. Chief Inspector of Probation Martin Jones cites caseload pressure causing officers to recall prisoners to alleviate their concerns rather than for public safety. The recall population in England and Wales has more than doubled in the last decade, now accounting for 15% of the prison population. Ministry of Justice data shows that a 42% increase in recalls from July to September 2024 compared to the previous year. The government's new early release scheme and changes to recall processes have influenced rising numbers. 24% of recall cases involve further offending, while 73% are due to non-compliance with license conditions like missing appointments and curfews and things of that nature. Homelessness is a significant factor in recalls, as lack of stable accommodation affects probation reporting, of course. Number of recalls for non-crime related reasons has almost doubled in 3 years. Ex-offenders and community support services report negative impacts of frequent recalls, describing the situation as a revolving door. And last headline, guys, trigger warning on this one. Andrew and Dawn Searle, a British couple, were found dead at their home in Lopusque. I'm trying, that's my French, guys. In France. Post-mortem results show that Dawn, 56, had multiple head injuries from a blunt and sharp object, while her husband, Andrew, 62, was found hanged. No defense injuries were found on Andrew, and no signs of sexual assault were present on Dawn. The couple were found by a neighbour after Andrew didn't show up for a regular dog walk. The investigation is ongoing to determine if the deaths were a murder-suicide or involved a third party. The house appeared to have been searched, and cash was found in the couple's room. Family members, including Callum Kerr, which is Dawn's son, are mourning the loss. And the mayor of that particular region mentioned the couple seemed happy and friendly, suggesting that the issue might stem from their past. The Foreign Office is supporting the family and liaising with local authorities. Sad news, man. That's it for headlines. Let's get into our topic of the day. All right, so Brent, I've got a clip here that I want you to play. If you can go to the second slide, just stay on the second slide. Yeah, there's a video that I want the people to watch, and I want people to call in as well. Yeah? Obviously, we ain't gonna have a long show today, but I do want people to participate, and I don't want nobody to be disingenuous. Be honest about this. Yeah, I remember about 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Brad, I'm not too sure if you remember. There was something that we brought up with this white woman. I believe she was drunk. She just came out of a club maybe she was bar hopping. I'm not too sure. She was with her friends and she was trying to get into a new bar or club, innit? And she basically said to the security guard, "You're black," right? Do you remember that?
Was it an elderly lady?
Yes,
And
relatively.
she was with her husband or something.
Was she with her husband? She
was,
might have been, yeah.
Yeah, she was dressed like they had just gone for like a dinner, a
That's the
restaurant
one.
or something.
That's the one. Yes. So she was like, "Oh, you're black," right? Obviously, it sounded like black was used as an insult. Yeah. And I want to ask the question to everybody: if somebody said you're white, do we have the same energy? I'm not saying you necessarily should because you're not white, innit? Unless obviously you're white and you're in a chat. But if you're white in a chat, yeah, and someone said, "Yeah, but you're white," or said it in a particular way, "You're white and stupid," or you know what I mean? Are you insulted by just the stupid part, or are you insulted by the way they use the word white? Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's basically where I'm going with this. Reason being is because Sam Kerr, who is basically a football player, apparently she's a really good football player. Do you know Brent?
Yeah,
All right, because you watch a lot of women's football.
of course.
You know what I'm saying? And she's really good, right? And she basically got into a situation with the police where, in fact, let me read the whole story for you guys. Basically, on January the 30th, 2 years ago, Kerr and her partner, Christy Mewis, hailed down a taxi after a night out in London. Police allege that the pair were taken to a police station by the driver, who said that they basically refused to pay cleanup costs. Why? Because one of them was sick in the car, right? It's also alleged that one of them has smashed the vehicle's rear window. So a lot of stuff happened in that vehicle. At the station, that's not even the issue. So at the station now, Kerr and Mewis were speaking to the police, and they basically said that they thought they were being kidnapped by the driver after they began driving in a different direction to their home. We called police as well. We were held in hostage in that cab. This is basically what she's saying to the court. Long story short, she gets into the police station and she's having a back and forth with one of the police officers. And she basically says what I want Brent to play in the second clip so you guys can hear it for yourself. And I want you guys to obviously tell me what you think. Is this insulting? Is this something that was worth going to court for? You know what I'm saying? And if it was the other way around, should we be offended?
Long enough to even speak to someone. That's the thing.
On us.
Okay, but they wouldn't do that though.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't do that. You should have spoken to
You guys
the.
are stupid and white. Honestly, you guys are stupid and white.
Okay.
I'm looking you in the eyes.
Why are you
I'm
being
looking you in the
racist?
eyes. Like
So
that's stupid. I'm over this. This is the world problem. Wait on the call. Wait on the call. Wait on
Okay.
the call.
all right. I'll go over at the moment then at 317.
I'm
You're
looking
under arrest
up.
for criminal damage because there's an allegation that you've smashed that taxi window. You're also under arrest for racially aggravated public order
No,
for the
you
comments that
guys
you've said.
did. I'm
So the
recording this
reason
whole thing.
that's fine. The reason
Like,
for your
we
arrest
can
was for
make an
prompt and effective
agreement.
investigation.
Yeah.
Did you stay on the phone long enough to even speak?
That's basically the footage. What do you think of that, Brent?
All she said was that they were white.
Yeah. You can't don't show that screen there.
Someone. That's the thing.
on
Let me hear it again.
us.
Okay, but they wouldn't do that though.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't do that. You should have spoken to
You guys
the.
are stupid and white.
Yeah, you're stupid and white. That's not an arrestable offense. Even though he did, say she damaged this, that, and X, and then say it was racial, whatever. But that's madness. Well, how was she getting arrested for that?
Well, she got arrested for the other thing, innit? While she's there.
Oh,
actually-
sorry. The question you asked earlier.
Yeah.
About the woman coming out of the restaurant and then saying you're black.
Yeah.
Did she get arrested?
I think she might have lost her job.
Well, that's not arrested though.
No, not arrested.
That's
but
off the back of the public.
Yeah, 100%.
Making it viral and stuff, isn't it?
True indeed.
Okay.
But it's still something where it's like, it was enough for employees to be like, no, we don't want you back here again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because of perception. Yep.
Precisely. So, I guess one could obviously assume that she's used the word black as an insult.
Yep.
Right? In this particular thing, do you feel like it's a similar sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So,
Similar sort of thing as in she meant to insult them. Yes. Yes.
so do you think? I don't want to put this on you like this, right? But
All right. My mum different hats. This yeah.
yeah. But like, she be basically guilty then because she got off. Long story short, she got
Guilty
off.
for what? Insulting them?
of this particular charge.
Like
she got
racial
charged.
such and such?
Yeah. She got off, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Big up her.
Of course she got off. I think
But-
the person who would bloody called the guy black would have gotten off too.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think she should have a lot of scrutiny and
This one?
yeah?
No, because I'm biased. I mean,
But is that fair though? Because obviously in other areas of life, yeah, we want a fair society, right?
Yeah.
And so my question is, if we have the energy for the other lady, you know what I'm saying, who said you're black,
yes.
right? Is it all right for us to accept that she said you're stupid and white?
Yes. Here's my reasoning.
Talk to me.
Here's my reasoning. I didn't see the incident with the security guard or the bouncer and this white lady.
Yeah.
I just assume, based on how she was moving,
Yeah.
that she was belligerent before he started recording.
Cool.
And I just assume that her actions, she was venting. Well, she was manifesting that she is, racist. Hey, here you go, right? It's the best way I can basically deliver it without actually saying the N-word. Here you go. It's my assumptions based on all the media that, have consumed over the years, right? I've seen incidents where more of this is shown and actions are shown before this particular moment. So I'm just filling in the gaps, right? With this one, they're police, first of all. Don't like them, right? They've probably done something stupid, right?
Yeah.
And she is reacting to that, saying, you see, you can't help it. You're being stupid because you're white, right?
Okay.
I don't know what her girlfriend looks like. Her face was blurred out. I don't know if that was a girlfriend sitting down next to her.
Probably
I don't know. But it would be interesting to find out,
what she was.
And she sounds like she's from Australia?
Yeah, she looked like that, innit?
Maybe
sounds like
South Africa? That was the wrong accent.
If it is, then
South.
we can't.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a twang, right? So she had run-ins with whites before. And if she's from South Africa, they use that like it's like colloquial lingo. You know? There's coloureds and there's whites.
100%.
Yeah. And again, my bias is rife here. They've probably done something stupid. And the thing is, upon him now hearing that and then now looking to charge, it kind of tells me this guy's a pleb, a white pleb.
But you're not talking about the taxi guy? You're talking about the policeman.
Policeman.
Right? But what did he do though? But from the clip, let's just use what we've been given. From the clip, did he sound unreasonable?
Sorry. Remind me again what happened before?
All right,
In the cab?
So she was in a taxi, right? She was
Yeah.
meant to be going where she was going.
Yeah.
But it seems like there was maybe being some type of way. One of them vomited or was sick in the car,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And they didn't want to pay the cleanup fee.
Yeah.
So obviously the man's got yeah.
Hey.
Right?
Hey.
And on top of that, apparently one of the back windows got smashed. So I think that might have been in response to the fact that she's saying that we thought we were being kidnapped. Obviously, it seemed like that because I think, again, this is just based on, I could be wrong here. I think what happened was they vomited, or one of them vomited. He's upset. They're upset. He says, pay for it. They say no. He said, okay, cool. I'm taking to the police station. They want to get out. They smash the window. He still keeps going. They end up in the police station. That's what it sounds like to me. And yeah, here we are.
All right. Again, upon receiving new information or the same one you told me, now that I'm listening,
Yeah.
I'm going to change my opinion.
Talk to me.
She should get reprimanded for the bus glass.
Okay.
She shouldn't get reprimanded for this white stuff.
Okay.
I don't think, because I don't think the white woman should have gotten reprimanded by the police for saying, you're black. Right?
Okay.
100% lose your job if it is your employees don't feel as though you're upholding the standard in which it is that the organization
Yes.
lives by.
Yes.
But you shouldn't get arrested for that.
Okay, cool. A lot of the time we don't care about the laws in terms of I don't even know why I'm bringing this guy up, to be fair. Should I? Yeah, let me forget him. But basically, a lot of the time when something happens in court or doesn't happen in court, that becomes someone's argument. Oh, okay, I'll just bring it up. Trigger warning. The Noel Clark situation, right? He's got loads of accusers And he's basically like, and a lot of people who are defending him are basically saying, but none of this stuff has been taken to the police. There ain't no charges against me. You guys are just bringing out a lot of nonsense. I'm suing you for libel, etc., etc., etc. He has every right to do so. Because where are the reports to the police, right? Cool. In a situation like this, yeah, where she's got off, and like you said, the white woman who called the security guard black, she wasn't arrested for this type of things. Nobody cares about the fact that there's no police records. People still have a judgment about that particular person in the situation, right? So the woman wasn't arrested, but she lost her job for calling someone who's black, right? This lady, she wasn't charged, or at least she got off Shabazz case, but she's still being seen in a particular way for calling the white police officer white. Forget the police now. I'm just talking about in terms of our own moral compass. Is it wrong what she did? Because did she just introduce race for no reason? Or is she basically saying you're white for a reason? This is why you don't understand what's going on here. You don't understand the dynamics here. Or is she basically using white as an insult? And to top it off, if this was the other way around, if a white woman said with her white partner, or maybe her black partner, or whatever, to the police officer, you're just stupid and black. Oh my goodness, that sounds terrible. But yeah, you're stupid and black. Wouldn't we all go crazy? Or am I putting words into people's minds and heads?
Yeah, we would go crazy.
Cool.
The same way we went crazy when the white woman did it outside the restaurant. I don't think that's a hot take.
Sorry, Brent. Nikki in the chat, I believe she's talking about the same thing we're talking about. She said the woman was arrested and charged, actually. The white woman, for calling the security guard black.
Really?
Yeah. But she's also saying, though, it was very different because there was another woman there who spat at the security guard. So maybe it was a bit different. But forget the woman who was spitting. Just the woman who said, you're black. I don't remember her being arrested, though.
She shouldn't be arrested for that.
Well, you know, I mean, she had to sign up for Job Centre because of it, right?
That is fair. I mean, like I said, the private-owned companies who don't like when it is their employees are perceived to be racist amongst others. They might have been fine with nobody knowing about it, but once it's out there and people start atting their company and asking them, hey, are these the ideals that you basically live by? Then fair, remove her. I don't think it's to be arrested for calling somebody black or white.
Okay. Do you get?
Because it's even worse. I mean, I can remember during some protest there was an Asian lady who called one of the MPs a coconut. Obviously that was a bit deeper than just saying she's brown.
Yeah.
And she was arrested for that. She had a whole trial, right?
Yes.
And I know there was a political element to it, right? But I didn't feel as though she should have been arrested for that. And that's worse than just calling her brown.
But why? Is that because you're familiar with the term and sometimes you might think the term is appropriate?
So that's the question. That's the better question. Compare the slurs. Because the black and white is not a slur in my head. Yeah. I know I've filled in the gaps where a white woman has said, oh, you're black. But I fill in the gaps. It's different than saying, you nigger.
For sure.
Right? And it's different than the Asian person saying, you, Yeah, completely different. Now, say coconut, and what do you tantamount that to?
I mean, it all being the same, it means the same thing as like Uncle Tom, coon, all that sort of stuff, innit? And you can't use coon in regular life.
The thing is, there's even different variables here because that particular slur only can come from, and the weight of it is only felt if the person is of the same demographic.
Okay.
Right? Like the coon, a white person calling me coon, all right. It's the black person calling you coon that makes you, prick up a bit. The brown person calling the other brown person a coconut, it means different. It hits different than a white person calling that particular brown person a coconut. So It's the question: should one be arrested for calling people racial slurs?
Yeah, but that's a good question to ask. Yeah,
All right.
and if they are, should it be applied to people of the same race? If that makes sense.
As in the coconut and the
Yes.
coon aspect.
Exactly. Where do we draw the line? And who's going to judge this?
So lay it out for me
So,
clearly.
okay. So, a black man calls another black man who he feels is not being black enough or
Yes.
behaving in the interests of black people,
Yes.
disgracing us in public, whatever
Yes.
it may be, a coon.
Yes. Should he
Right.
be arrested?
Should he be arrested? Number
No.
one. Cool. Number two, if a white person says that,
Yes.
should they be arrested?
No.
Okay, cool. Interesting.
What do you think? Do you think a black person calling another black person coon, coconut, bounty should be arrested?
Not at all.
Do you think a white person calling a black person coon, coconut, bounty should be arrested?
No, I don't think so either, to be fair. But it's this is where maybe the core public opinion has should be allowed some space in society. Because then we're able to castigate in our own way. You know what I'm saying? Because no way should a white person be able to call another person a coon. But then typically, if a white person does call a black person a coon, for example, are they not doing it because they're trying to say, correct me if I'm wrong, that they are an ally and they understand the plight of black people? Why don't you as a black person understand it?
No. I've heard white people call other people coconuts, but it's only because they know its definition amongst us.
For sure.
And they might be. I haven't seen a white person saying it to somebody as like a retort. I've seen it as them describing, like, oh, well, that person would call you a coon. Or if they're talking to me, they'd be like, oh, you would call him a coon.
Mm-hmm.
Just to describe what type of person they are.
Yep.
So I get some context. But I don't think I've heard them, shouting it out in response to something. Like they've done something. You're a coon.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Earlier on, yeah, when you were shouting out at people, I was thinking, wait a minute, I haven't seen my good brother Von in the chat for a while.
I've seen him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He's been hiding, just
I don't know if he's hiding.
jumps in and
I
jumps
just
out.
think he's defrosting. I mean,
Okay.
I think he's one of you.
It's cold, and he's an African man.
He is an African
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Big up Von. Reason why I mention that is because he's in the chat and he makes a comment. He says basically, can we not be obtuse? Calling someone black is laced with 400 plus years of racism.
No, that's fine. Two things can be true, right?
Yes.
That is true. And it is. I perceive it as you're being.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me something. But the question was, would you arrest them?
Yeah.
Is that an arrestable offense?
Exactly. But even that aside, though, is it something that we should frown upon, though? Because if somebody says, again, this is why we use
I'm
the other
definitely
woman.
going to frown upon it.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to be like, go on.
Yeah. And does a white person have the right to say, what do you mean I'm white? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean I'm stupid and white? Why are you bringing white into this?
They have a right to respond to whatever they want to respond to.
No, but in a real tangible sense, in a sense where it's like, I'm in every right of mine to actually to hold your account for this particular phraseology here. Why are you saying I'm white like this? You're not doing this to be nice. You're using it as an insult here.
I think only recently, past maybe 50 years, maybe 25 years, maybe 20, maybe 10, maybe 15, they've started feeling something when a black person might be like, you're white. And I think it's an introduction of the Karens, right? They don't like that because in their mind, they know what that's attached to. And it irritates the hell out of them. Before then, I don't think they would have had a problem with them being called white.
Yeah. I guess so. But yeah, like Black Rob says here, he says policing language is a slippery slope. And I agree, man. I agree. But you know what the thing is, though? Because I remember I was watching Piers Morgan the other day. I had it on in the background, and I believe he had, what's that guy who just seems to hate women and just shouts at everybody?
Myron.
Thank you. Him, he had Zubi, big up Zubi. He had, that Jewish rabbi.
Yeah.
Just Shlomi. He just causes trouble all the time.
That guy is such a like if evil had a face and can contort,
Yeah.
boy, that's that guy. That guy, he spews so much
Yeah.
bollocks
Yeah. 100%.
and laced with venom too.
Yeah. 100%.
He's a hitman
He's been causing trouble for decades now, though.
forever. And you know, he and his daughter own a dildo shop.
Yes, they do.
You know, it's crazy. He's a rabbi, you know. Rabbi
is.
Shmuley. You know, he's a rabbi.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't know that kind of stuff was kind of, it wasn't like denigrated or looked down upon or frowned upon within that particular people. Like they champion that kind of stuff because he says that I'm trying to teach married people how to basically have pleasure and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So he's doing the Lord's work.
His God's work.
Yeah. That's why I said the first, and then
Okay,
I was like,
yes.
that might sound weird, me saying it, right? So I just said the Lord's work, God's work. But every time he's on votes,
100%.
and he doesn't look good when it is that he's arguing because he's raging all the time.
All
I
the
hope
time.
I never come across like Rabbi Shmuley.
Nah, no chance.
I hope my face never contorts like how he contorts, and he never likes to let people finish. Like he always interrupts them. He's not a nice man, you know, and he sells dildos in Israel. You know, I don't know if he has a franchise, but he sells it in Israel. When I first heard that, I was like, impossible. It's possible for a rabbi to be selling dildos. I go and find out he's posted up with a dildo next to his face. I'm thinking, whoa, this isn't fake news. Hey, you learn something new every day.
It's diabolical, man. It's
Learn
diabolical.
something new every day.
And you know, he goes back to
He's not an attractive man. He is not an attractive man at all. Mad.
you know, he goes back to the days of Michael Jackson. Apparently, he was Michael Jackson's rabbi.
Yeah, I could believe that.
This guy. But anyway, the reason why I bring it
stop
up,
bringing it back to Jackson. Like, I don't want to check anybody.
no, but the reason why I bring it up here is because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Candice Owens was exposing how he was basically behind the framing, or I don't know, some nefarious goings on against Michael Jackson. So he was meant to be his rabbi, I believe.
Yeah.
But he was on a list of Jewish people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Michael Jackson had submitted to somebody.
Yeah.
That, yo, watch these people because these people are up to something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been causing havoc for decades.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
I bring up that whole thing, yeah. And Choke No Joke was in it. Because they were talking about
I don't know who that guy is, but I'm thinking, could you put on something decent like to wear?
and fix the camera, innit?
And to be honest, Myron is the same thing. He wears the same tired jumper all over the place. I don't think he changes the jumper. Like, it looks always faded.
That's his style, man.
Yeah. He's another, like, angry man. Like, bitter.
Oh, my
and
goodness. Why?
I think it's just the condition of wanting, like, clout and attention and whatnot. Because I really don't believe that he opened his mouth for anything other than attention. Like, he says the worst things just for people to patronize him. Obviously, he's been kicked off of YouTube and whatnot. So he tries to compete with the Kanye's and the...
I didn't even know it was kicked off.
And the... Yeah. The Kanye's and the... As in monetized.
Yeah.
You can't monetize on YouTube. I mean, you can
Is
do
that the
whatever you want.
Is that the same with the other black
Fresh
guy?
and fit. Yeah, they can't monetize on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. The Kanye's and the Tates of the world. Like he wants to be seen in that light, and he feels as though there's some glory to it, and he obviously, he's slating everybody. But anyway,
Do you think he has the ability to rebrand and come back in a few years' time as a changed man?
anybody could try, but I don't think people are going to forget what he's been doing. Like, he's done everything, He has done everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I bring up that whole thing about, in reference to what Black Rob said about trying to police language, innit? And they were basically talking about Kanye West and the stuff that he was saying. How do you feel like it's hard to determine where that line is when you say this person's inciting violence? Because I think most of us would agree that if it's some sort of inciting violence, sort of rhetoric and all that sort of stuff, it's hate speech. We don't want it. We don't want to see it, right? But controversial opinions, it's fine. And it seemed as though they were trying to figure out where the line was. Myron's basically saying anything Kanye says is okay, just let him say it, right? Because the First Amendment and all those other bollocks, right? Zubi was basically made it very clear. Shmuley was basically trying to act as though Zubi was the same as Myron.
Yeah, so
Again, criminal guy. But Shmuley was basically saying all of the stuff he's saying is bad. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Like we're well, not bad. Pretty much everything was bad, innit? But at what point do you draw that line? And do you feel like it's an easy thing to do? Or do you feel like there is some room for, I'm not too sure if this is inciting violence. Is literally the line drawn where someone, anyone, could look at this particular thing and act because of it?
So the question you're asking me is, based on Kanye West as a reference point,
Yes.
how strict should we be in placing weight on what people's opinions are?
Yes, what they say.
Yeah, cool. What they say, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it is that we want some form of cohesive harmony within a society, and we know that during this time everything is on a knife's edge, you have to be more diligent in what you allow to run. Now, when I say allow to run, that could just mean a collective approach to like shutting it down just with dialogue, right? It could just mean, all right, a collective approach of just ignoring the person. If this person is on a platform that advocates for the freedom to do whatever it is that you want. Bear in mind, he got removed, Kanye got removed because he put porn on there.
Yes.
Even though I've seen porn on X.
All over the place.
So I don't know if it was porn. I think that's just that they basically said at the end, just to get him to stop talking about the Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the recent thing? Somebody suing Kanye West about the text messages when she got fired. Well, he fired her, and
He's like assistant or something.
I don't know, but it was a slew of madness.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. I was reading it this morning. I don't know if I saved it as a bookmark. I normally do, but no, I didn't. But anyway, so the question is, I think you asked it, and I was like, yep, it depends. If it's a platform and it's private and it has its own rules, and one of the rules is you can't spew hate speech. I think that would have qualified as hate speech time ago.
Yeah.
And with the previous owner of X,
Yep.
that he would have been gone time ago.
Ages, yeah.
Elon allowed a lot to run, and I think my thoughts have been processed. I don't have anything else to say. I don't know if I answered your question.
But basically, all it is just me saying, I feel like everyone's opinion might be different on what qualifies as inciting violence.
Yeah.
Everyone may say, if it incites violence, stop it here. Get him off the platform. But everyone's opinion might differ on what is exactly inciting violence. Because you know what I'm saying? It might just depend on the type of person that's reading this information that might compel them to go out and do some nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line? That's basically what I'm trying to say. And basically I said that in response to what Black Rob was basically saying about policing language is a slippery slope, which it is, because somebody might look at that white woman and say, wait a minute, you called him, you're black, right? And think, wait a minute, like there's some racial stuff there, and maybe she's using this as a code to be like she's under threat, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know, and want to act in her defense and maybe attack the security guard. So that's inciting violence. Wrong. She should be sacked. She should be arrested. It could be something like that. But someone might just say, no, wait a minute. She's just saying something that's, his description. she's upset, but she's still saying, you know what I'm saying? And she's drunk. I don't know. There's just excuses for different things. And I'm basically just saying, where is that line drawn in it? And who basically is able to, who should be the judge? Who should come up with these decisions, basically? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. It's difficult, man. And in this situation, bringing it all the way full circle with, what's her name? Sam Kerr, it just seems as though, I don't know, man. It just seems as though, me personally, I do feel as though she was saying it. It sounded like, anyway, from her tone, she was saying it in a way where it's like, because of who you are, you don't understand what's going on here. So you're stupid, yes, but you're also white. That's the additional component where I think you just don't understand what's going on here. She might have felt as though she was being treated a particular way by the taxi driver because of her color. You know what I'm saying? And the policeman just can't relate to that because he's just not her color. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It seems like a slippery slope. But at the end of the day, I'm happy that she didn't, go prison for that, or it didn't go further. But it is one of those dangerous ones, man. It is. What happened?
Just a little segue, right? So Ed has just sent like a broadcast to everyone. 2 broadcasts.
Okay.
Right? One of them was after he created a new channel, and the channel is called where did he put it?
Is it where it popped up here?
Yeah.
Positive news stories.
Yeah, where is that located?
Let me hashtag only the good stuff.
Yeah. Where is that?
Oh no, I'm just looking at the the notification. Hold on a second, let me go into it. While I'm looking, big up Ace Boogie.
Cool.
I ain't seen him in the chat for ages.
Ace Boogie.
He's back.
Shout out my G. He's normally present in the 3 Shots lives.
Okay.
Maybe it's a time of day. It's in the news consideration feed, so he's buried it. It's called Only the Good Stuff, right? And he says this new channel is for positive news stories for the community only. Want to see some good in the world. Shout out to Amy for the suggestion. That's what I was referencing earlier. Do you understand? But I didn't know that it wasn't created yet because I thought it was the other one.
Oh, okay.
Only to find out, this cheeky chap, the community job board, it reads, this is the job board, whether you know of any job opportunities out there that you think should be promoted, full stop, or you're on the hunt for your next role, or you just want to network with people in the community in the same/similar field. You can do that. You can correct that right here. And I'll pin the all so he's rushed this. Love you, Ed, man. Shout out Femster for the suggestion. That's why I was giggling, because the thing I was basically alluding to him getting prompted. It wasn't from Femster. You understand? He had done a completely different job before. He had done the job that I thought he had done. Anyway, sorry. Mario, just quick other segue.
Yes.
Do you see why sometimes I ask you to be specific with me? Because my mind can wander.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good though.
No, sometimes it's good, right? But not when it is that you're producing something that's going out there and people are following diligently. All right, cool.
Yes.
So, question. Okay. Obviously, I always like bringing up Trump in these situations.
Okay.
Because you asked, where does one cross the line?
Yeah.
Or, draw the line. And Vaughn suggested also that her saying you're black is rooted, and rightly so, in 400 plus years of nastiness. Where I draw the line with Trump, it normally seems to look much earlier than where you draw the line. How Vaughn is basically saying, well, I have interpreted this particular rhetoric that this woman says as this, that, next. That's what I do for Trump. My biases fill in hella gaps.
Yeah.
And then I'm just kind of sometimes even looking for him to basically, again, be even more obvious so I can bring it to you to like, look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if Trump came and said, forget about the issue, right? We've done that to death.
Yeah.
If he basically said, no, you're black, how would you take that? In response to somebody, he says, well, you're black.
I mean, it depends on the context. But if I feel as though he means it in a negative way, then I'll say, no, that's not right, man.
And in you saying that's not right, would you just respond to the moment in him doing that thing? Or would you now judge him based on that particular moment?
I think it might be the moment. I'll speak to just the moment. And I think it's because I think the difference between me and everybody's, not everybody, but a lot of people's perspective is I expect this of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't look at, it may sound bad, innit? But I don't look at other people, other races and all that stuff and think, oh yeah, we have allies, we have friends. So I expect them to talk to me with respect and etiquette and all that. I just don't. So if I hear something that's out of the ordinary, something may prick my ears or whatever, but ultimately I don't really care because I don't expect any different. And so my argument has always been that it's Trump who, the only reason why we talk about Trump is because he was the president or endeavored to be the president, right? This is prior to November 4th, right? And that's the only reason why we talk about him. And so I've always just said, forget the racist rhetoric because people say stuff about you every single day. Is his presence in the White House going to be better for you, your family, community, etc.? If it is, then I think that's the better choice. If it's not, then don't vote for him. That's always been my thingy. And because of who he was up against, like for example, if he was up against a Clinton, to be fair, a lot of the time, because of everybody's opinions in the room, I like to take the other opinion just so at least we can see things from all different angles, right? But if you ask me about my own personal opinion, if he was up against somebody like a Clinton, for example, or an Obama maybe, I might say, you know what? Nah, go with the Obama, go with the Clinton. But again, it depends on the policies. But Obama and Clinton, the reason why I bring them up is because they seemed very capable. They seem like men who are good politicians. Clinton is one of the greatest politicians. He has to be. You may not like what he did behind closed doors with the Lewinsky and the other person he paid off, allegedly, yeah? But as a politician, he fills you with confidence, right? And you at least believe that the things that he said he's going to do, he's going to attempt to do them. Obviously to varying degrees, innit? And I think that's what the situation was with Trump. Did he seem more capable than Kamala Harris? To me, yes. And I don't care about the racist rhetoric because everyone can be racist and they are a lot of the time behind closed doors, in front of your face, whatever it may be. What has that really done for you? Is he going to do certain things, even if for himself and his cronies or whatever, that we can potentially benefit from? And that's basically always been my argument. So long story short, it might be just about the moment. If it's a lot of different things, it might be about who he is as a person. But I think over the years, there's been periods in his life where black people have disliked him. For example, when he didn't want black people to be his tenants in the 80s, to a bit later when he was giving loans to black people and forgiving loans and asking them, don't pay it back, it's fine, start your business, to being somebody that rappers aspire to be like, to them being hated against. It just happens to people in life, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really care to judge who he is. I just care about what he's going to do that's going to affect us. This is why I said, if I felt as though he has a better handle on the economy, this is why I vote for him. But I also criticize the fact that he's put in tariffs. Tariffs may be good for the domestic economy in America, but me personally, somebody who subscribes to a different economic school of thought, I don't think it's good for the people in America. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially in the short term. So that's why it is. I don't. Yeah, long story short, that's basically my answer, isn't it?
Thank you. Is Mark still employed? So Mark's he's never going to tell anybody. There is a lot of stuff that he's doing behind the scenes, and it's taken a lot from him. Just as anybody who's building anything of worth, value, or size, it's going to take a lot out of them. You're not going to see him for a while. When I say a while, you're not seeing him this week. You're not seeing him this week. And the week after, he's going to Dubai. So you're not going to see him for 2 weeks. But please know that he's part of the furniture over here.
For sure.
And the only time it is that whenever you don't see him, it's because he is busy building.
Mm-hmm. But he's still here.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to our headlines.
I think it's such a beautiful era or time to be in. For those who are behind these particular types of microphones, these ones where TNB is involved, and also those who are like kind of watching, right? Because there's so much wavy stuff being built. And even the people involved or partnered with TNB, they too are building wavy stuff. And we are just collectively trying to help each other build out this particular infrastructure needed for those that come after to benefit from in perpetuity. So it's a great time to be alive.
True indeed.
It's a great time to be alive.
True indeed.
I woke up this morning thinking, hey, I'm alive. Only because last night I was in hospital and not for me. But I was walking through the halls and it just felt like it's a crippling type of drowning. You're seeing sickness, you're seeing hopelessness, you're seeing like a zombie type like jaunt in everybody's face. Everybody. And I'm saying, as quickly as I can get out of here, the better.
Facts.
The better.
Facts.
And that's no indictment on any of the nurses or whatnot, because I know a lot of them look to keep spirits high and this, that, and next. But you can't like shake that people aren't supposed to be collectively in those particular places, because like death looks, darkness looks. Anyway, so I am so happy I'm alive.
Yes. All right, people. So our next set of headlines: M23 rebels attacked Congolese government forces in South Kivu, ending a 2-day lull in fighting. Heavy shelling began on Tuesday morning, 3 days after a summit of East and Southern African leaders called for an immediate ceasefire. The rebels have seized large areas in eastern DR Congo, including the city of Goma, and are now advancing towards Bukavu. Around 2,900 people have been killed since early January, and approximately 700,000 people have been displaced. Fighting erupted near Ihusi, which is about 7 kilometers from Bukavu and 40 kilometers from South Kivu's airport. The M23 spokesperson suggested that their fighters might advance to Bukavu as well. The Congolese authorities arrested 84 army personnel for crimes such as killing civilians near Bukavu, and reports indicate that the M23 is forcing refugees to return home, but the group denies this. The M23 claims to be fighting for minority rights, while the DR Congo government accuses them of seeking control over mineral wealth. DR Congo and the UN accuse Rwanda of backing the M23, which Rwanda denies. Next headline, and BBC investigation reveals that Shell ignored warnings about problems and corruption in the cleanup of oil-polluted areas in Ogoniland, southern Nigeria. So Shell and the Nigerian government claimed the cleanup, which was funded with $1 billion, was progressing well despite evidence of issues. Allegations describe the cleanup project as a scam with wasted money, leaving the people of Ogoniland to suffer from oil pollution. Shell claims it cleans up spills and compensates affected communities, but denies liability for spills caused by theft and sabotage. Legal proceedings are ongoing, with 2 Ogoniland communities suing Shell for pollution from 1989 to 2020. The UN's 2011 report showed extreme contamination with carcinogens in drinking water and noted the slow pace of remediation. The Nigerian government's High Prep project, relaunched in 2016, has been criticized for fraud, incompetent contractors, falsified lab results, and inflated costs. Leaked documents show that Shell was aware of the issues and acknowledged institutional challenges at High Prep. Shell and the Nigerian government face accusations of neglecting their responsibilities in the cleanup process. And our last headline, Elon Musk has denied leading a hostile takeover of the US government, defending his cost-cutting plans as common sense measures. Musk made his first appearance at the White House alongside the President Donald Trump, who has tasked Musk with reducing the size and spending of the federal government. Trump signed an executive order granting Musk's department, which is Doge Department, the Department of Government Efficiency, more authority to cut the federal workforce. Doge has faced criticism from Democrats over transparency, with legal challenges affecting its efforts. Musk described federal workers as an unelected, unconstitutional branch of government with too much power, advocating for major government reform. He argued that reducing federal expenses was essential for the country's financial stability and acknowledged potential scrutiny of his actions. Trump claimed that Musk's efforts uncovered fraud and abuse, though no evidence was provided, and projected over $1 trillion in wasteful spending. Trump's cost-cutting measures have faced setbacks in court, with temporary blocks on efforts like an employee buyout program. Musk's potential conflicts of interest have raised concerns due to his business interests, but Trump defended his involvement, saying that transparency issues would be addressed if necessary. And that's it for the headlines, guys. Time to pay them bills.
Have you been following some of the stuff they're uncovering?
No,
Where
I
all that
haven't.
money is going, or has been going.
No.
Mental. Mental.
Do you think it's true though? $1 trillion
What
of
is true?
wastage.
What is true?
The stuff that you see.
Go and do some little research, a little piece of research. It's mental.
That's insane. This is why I say what I say, and you lot always
Look,
attack
when
me.
I'm saying it's mental, what they're saying that
It's
they could
mental.
spend it on is mental. I don't know if it's legit,
I'm not surprised.
but I am I guess waiting for some sort of receipts to show that it's not. But they're just trimming all of that. It's like, yeah,
See?
here running it again. But obviously this was in place even in his time.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you understand? It's only now that let's
Because it's got too much.
I need to recoup something.
Yeah, it's too much.
There's
No,
too
because
much going on.
every now and again there's a bit of wastage. You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of factor that in. But $1 trillion of wasteful spending, that's insane. And this is why I always say what I say: minimize government intervention, because it's inefficient. I've always said this. People attack me. Raise the taxes. Raise taxes for what? They've got the money. They've got the money. $1 trillion.
There was one report where I don't know, there were like 64 NGOs that were created, and each of those NGOs were headed up by a few, execs, and each of them were getting 200,000, 300, 320.
For what? Just
Mental.
see.
And I'm thinking, like, you all really have a lot of money. Well, it's not. You're using the taxpayers' money.
Exactly. Exactly.
They should riot.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is why I've been saying.
How is America not rioting? And the thing is, those who are suffering and still paying their taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they made to feel as though there's no money to assist them, to help them eat and to
Joke thing.
keep well.
Yep.
Oh man. Anyway,
This is it. This is it.
let's push on.
Yes. Let's go into our People's Journal. All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view.
It's a good point Femster is making, by the way. You may not like it. I wonder where they will direct that wasted money. I wonder if their business will benefit somehow while they're playing savior. And that's another fair question. Are you recouping the money to now funnel it over there?
Where, to their businesses?
Trump and his government is. What I'm saying is that I think this is always going to be a thing that people who are awake, they're not going to be duped again. Yeah, I hear you saying that that's what's happening. Yeah, cool. What are you going to do with that now?
Yeah.
It's going to be another form of corruption?
I mean, like I always say, I think my position is clear, man. Every government will be inefficient in their spending. So if they recoup the 1 trillion, some percentage of that will be wasted also, yeah? But at least some of that money could be put to actual good use. So yes, their business might benefit. I don't think it will be directly like that though, innit? But these like Western governments, they know what they're doing. This is why a lot of the time we say they're just as corrupt as Nigeria or any other country that's seen as a corrupt government. They've just been doing it for longer. They know how to maneuver and massage the books. It's all the same, no matter where you go. Where there's people involved in the government and they don't have their own money in it, and they're just using the people's money, there will be inefficiencies. It's that simple. But 1 trillion is too much, though. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yes, first thing I wanted to mention is Heathrow Airport is set to confirm a multi-billion-pound investment plan. And basically this is, they want to expand 2 of their terminals. I believe it is Terminal 2 and Terminal 5. And this is ahead of a 3rd runway as well. So on Wednesday, the chief executive, Thomas Waldby, is basically going to be unveiling, so this is basically today, he's going to be unveiling some funding to increase the capacity at Terminals 2 and 5, right? And they're looking to reconfigure the airfield and improve bus connections, all that sort of stuff. So they're really trying to expand Heathrow, basically, which I think, is Heathrow still the busiest airport in the world? Obviously, it's the largest UK airport by far, but I think it's still the busiest airport in the world. I'm not too sure. But yeah, they want to expand, and yeah, that's basically what they're looking to do. Basically, during his speech, he's also going to be talking about signing a pact to use the company's steel to build new infrastructure. The reason why I mentioned the whole steel thing is because of what I mentioned yesterday, which I'm going to mention right now, is that Trump obviously put on a tariff, 25% tariff on imported steel, right? So the US import taxes could lead to excess steel being offloaded to the UK, right, at cheaper prices, with the potential to undercut domestic businesses. So that's some of the ramifications now that may happen to the UK. And I mentioned that, like I said, because I wanted to talk about steel, because the government of the UK has basically said they're not looking to retaliate immediately anyway to the whole renewal of steel and aluminium tariffs by the US. Okay, Femster said, this isn't just government, this is Elon Musk. You think he's giving back to the people in any way? It's not about whether he's giving it back to the people. Now, my point is solely about this. Every government's going to be like this. This is why I believe in minimal government intervention. They will always waste your money. They'll say they don't have enough money, and then they'll ask you for more money. And if you don't give it to them, then they'll just print more money, and they will get inflation, and then they tax you that way. You know what I'm saying? So Elon Musk, yeah, obviously, he's going to have his own agenda. He wants to be seen as a savior, of course, and Trump as well, to show you how much better they are than the previous government. But it wouldn't surprise me if they benefit too, 100%. But I do think some of that money, especially since they're telling the world that they've seen $1 trillion in wastage, some of that money has to be funneled into actual government plans and projects. That's what I think. You know what I mean? To improve the economy, man. So, but yeah, many in the industry are calling on Britain to join the EU and Canada to basically fight back against Trump in it, hit back against his tariffs and whatnot. And these tariffs are set to apply from the 12th of March. And basically what that means is that any steel or aluminium coming into the US will be subject to an import tax, like I said, of 25% of its value, right? The US is the world's largest importer of steel. Yeah, so bear that in mind. Again, the UK is not a big supplier of steel to the US, right? The country only accounts for 10% of British steel exports. However, some suppliers for specialist products, trade with the US is much more, for some of them, sorry, trade with the US is far more important, isn't it? So obviously, even if you're not contributing to such a high degree as like countries like Canada and Brazil and Mexico and all that sort of stuff, it's still going to impact us, or potentially could impact us in a negative way. Also, another effect of the tariffs, Coca-Cola's come out, man, and they said that they may sell more drinks in plastic bottles because of these tariffs. So again, this is another thing. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to care about the quality of the plastics. You know what I'm saying? So what's that thing that they have to be mindful of in certain plastics, Brent?
Poison?
Yeah. No, but what's it called? You know when they say you can't microwave certain things?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it is. Somebody in chat will say. But yeah, I don't think they're going to care about this. But again, this is just the impact of certain economic decisions by people who are at the helm. So yeah, like I said, 25% import tax on steel and aluminium. That's going to affect Coca-Cola in it, since they do everything, their cans and things of that nature. So they're saying to sell more drinks, they're going to be having to shift over to the plastic bowls. So if you care about the environment, that's something that obviously you're not going to really like. Next thing I wanted to mention is an international law firm has blocked general access to several AI tools. Why? Because they're saying they think there's a significant increase in usage by staff. I think in a lot of ways people say that's a good thing, innit? But I think this is the issue with chatbots like ChatGPT. And I said this on the show a couple of times. You guys have seen it in real time, where it gives you wrong information sometimes, man.
What?
ChatGPT. It gives you wrong information.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah. Question.
Yes.
What did you used to do before ChatGPT to find the right answers, the questions that you had?
Probably just Google, innit?
And what does ChatGPT do?
I think it does some of that, but I'm pretty sure isn't some of it just inbuilt in the system?
What does that mean?
So isn't it just like, don't they have like for lack of a better term, just a warehouse of knowledge that it draws
from
from?
where?
From different sources. It wouldn't just be just Google, right? Just be different sources.
Sorry, Google is a search engine.
Yes.
So it scours the internet and
Yeah.
finds the articles and websites that might have the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Right? ChatGPT in that particular function does the same thing. And then it summarizes and whatnot, and then it presents it in different ways. 100% there are times when they might give you the wrong info, but ChatGPT does say, hey, check and double check. There's no
really,
guarantee.
Not enough.
As in, it doesn't do it in big bold letters for you, you mean?
Maybe is it in small print?
Those who know about how I've been using ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and I don't think even you needed to be there in its onset.
Yeah.
You didn't. It gives you a disclaimer.
Okay.
You probably, in your mind, you just think it's just the gospel.
No, not at all. Because I said this before. It happened to me when I was testing out Bard, back when Bard was here, innit? Bard and ChatGPT. Oh, is it? I thought Gemini.
It moved to Gemini, but
Okay.
yeah.
So I remember I was typing in something, just testing it. I'm typing in some information. I think about Malcolm X or something, and it was giving me information. I said, no, I know this to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I know this is wrong. Why? And I kept having a conversation with it, saying, no, this is wrong. Double check. Then it gave me a different date. I said, no, but this is also wrong.
There are different sites that it will go and grab its information from.
It's not
You
right.
understand?
Yeah, I get you. But why is Google more efficient then?
It's not. The Google will give you the wrong stuff and the right stuff. You have to decide where you're going with it.
But maybe Google is better at...
Sorry, when you say Google, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the AI function where it kind of gives you the same type of summary?
No.
You're just talking about the articles and websites it pulls up. Yeah, it's written by people. I mean, you decide what you decide.
But Google seems to have some sort of hierarchy where you can find more accurate information, I think. Depend on like if it's a niche topic, if it's something that people may not necessarily know about, I think Google is better than ChatGPT. It depends though. Again, it depends. Because again, you guys saw it in real time. When we had Andy on the show and I used ChatGPT to get some information about his work. And it was wrong information.
No, that's a very bad example you've used because that was cheeky for you to even admit. It's very cheeky. On ChatGPT, it gives you sources, the links in which it gets the information from.
Yeah.
So you know it's passing, as in PARSING, websites.
Yes.
And just like on Google, you would decide where you're going to go. It just gives you a condensed version, a nice little package of, all right, where do you want to go with this? And you want it to be
accurate.
God.
No, I just
You
want
want
to
to
be.
let you know, no, that's right, no, that's wrong.
Put it this way: if I said, "Give me the bibliography of Andy," right? And I go to Google, the first result might be accurate, just straight away. ChatGPT might give me some stuff. It looks nice, nicely sentences and all that sort of stuff. But the information in that result isn't necessarily right.
Can you remember what it fed you that was wrong about Andy?
100%, because
What was it?
I was disgusted.
What was it?
It basically said it was a documentary about Damilola Taylor,
Yes.
and it said that Andy did it in a particular
I
year.
guarantee you,
Yes.
it took that from some article somewhere.
I'm not saying that's okay, but the point I'm trying to make, Brent, right, is even if it took it from an article, yeah, if I ask Google, the first 10 results won't give me that nonsense. That's basically what I'm saying. At least that's what I think to be the case.
Yeah, say that instead, because I don't think that. Well, in fact, it may be that same article it pulled it from would be the first two, because maybe his name didn't ring as much, and you asked it a specific question, right? So any of the sources that has that type of reference in it, it's going to basically draw or put that to the top on Google. Especially if you're very specific with what you're asking. And the same with ChatGPT. So I don't know. I mean, I know what it is and what it isn't. So it's beneficial to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think ChatGPT is definitely a
And
good
please
thing.
ask it to present a source for you, so
Yes,
you can
100%.
double check. It normally just, I have the paid version, so it normally just does it anyway. It gives you the source, so you can click through to double check where it's come from or whatnot. And sometimes when you go and you check a sort of like, I can't trust this because there's a heavy bias here and it's evident. Yeah, so let me just put that in. I have to put a question mark on this.
How good is Reddit? Because Finance says Reddit is still number one.
Yeah, Reddit's fantastic because it's like crowdsourcing, and then people also will provide the sources and whatnot. But Reddit's amazing, man.
Oh, shit, I never use Reddit,
You would, I mean, you should really be using Reddit. Yeah, especially for your
Type person I am.
your intellectual hobbies and whatnot. Reddit is a fantastic resource. Like it has everything and really helpful people there. Like they really believe in open source stuff over there.
Oh, good. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for that, Finan. Two more things. In fact, Finan, stay tuned. There's going to be something for you here as well. But before that, the UK is looking to deny citizenship to small boat refugees. So the government has toughened up its rules, making it almost impossible for a refugee who arrives in the UK on a small boat to become a British citizen, right? So this is new information. Apparently, this new guidance states that anyone who enters the UK illegally, having made a dangerous journey, which could be via boat, but also by means such as hiding in a vehicle. So, a lot of the time you see people hiding under them long lorries and whatnot, coming in from Calais. Basically, all them people there will normally be refused citizenship regardless of the time that has passed. That's basically what the situation is. This is the new guidance. Regardless of how long it's been, if this is your way to get into these shores, you ain't getting no citizenship. What happened?
Two things. One, have you ever wanted to be somewhere where a lorry or truck or van kind of pulls up, and then either from the underside of the lorry, a couple of people jump off and then just run, or the van opens up and then people just start out.
Insane.
Have you ever wanted to be in that?
I've never thought of it before.
Serious,
But it would be interesting.
It would be interesting. You would just be laughing. Would you ever be like, go that way?
I mean, if I can help,
and
yeah.
you point to the police.
You're a diabolical human being. That is terrible.
Gosh.
No way.
Gosh.
No way.
And secondly, I had a brief memory of being in New York, and I think a blacked out limousine pulled up, and then a gentleman like came out of the car, and he was suited, but he was suited in an Italian way.
Okay.
You know, with the little,
With the what?
you know how Italians dress, as in a stereotypical Italian.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
mobster, sorry, mobster.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, okay,
gangster mobster, whatever.
Yeah.
Italian mob. And how he walked and whatnot, I'm like, hey, he's from the Gambino family. I had such limited knowledge about these things. He just looked like if you troubled him, he would just shoot you.
You might have been right in your assessment.
And I was in the heart of New York as well, so it made sense, right? Yeah, that just made me just flashback.
Do you feel like the mafia's still here?
Yeah,
Still
they are.
exists?
They're just doing different things differently.
So do you think they're still as influential then?
In my mind, they had bought up a lot of,
Real estate.
yeah.
Okay.
And I do believe in certain industries like waste management and stuff. They,
Construction and that.
yeah. I still think that they have that racket going on.
Yeah. Powerful organization, man.
Yeah.
But human beings are going to be human beings. People can't stick to certain things, man. It's just diabolical. But again, I like the ideology behind it, though.
As in,
You know what I mean? La Cosa
La
Nostra.
Familia.
La Cosa Nostra. This
La
thing of
Cosa
ours.
Nostra.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what gingered you blacks to
To what?
infantilize them.
Vandalize who? What, the mafias?
Not infantilize them, that's the wrong word.
Oh, to imitate.
Yeah,
Okay, I get
yeah.
you.
To really like want to be just like them.
I don't know if it's
Because
that, you know?
y'all have a really, really deep found respect for them. and
I
what
think
they
it
do.
depends on the type of person you are, though. Because I feel like if you go back in history, it's nothing new necessarily. Because every nation you go to pretty much has a particular group that has some sort of secret society where only the people that's part of this know about the ongoings, and we're willing to live and die for each other, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Yoruba people have it. White people, Freemasons have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you'll love the movies and the
100%.
lifestyle and the killings and whatnot.
I mean, I don't like the killers, bro. But
And people like Scarface too, innit?
yeah, big up Scarface.
bit
That's a sick
different.
movie. Sick movie. A bit different, yeah, but,
bit
but
different.
still there's that network there, innit? I was gonna say something, I can't remember now.
What is the most well put together gang? A black gang.
Okay, I was gonna say the IDF. Black gang.
They're organized, structured, they have a hierarchy and all sorts. Don't say it anyway. You were going to do that, innit?
We are
You
not.
go in there,
We
innit?
are not a gang, please, man.
Gangbangers.
No. Respectable citizens that
Yeah.
contribute to the betterment of society, no matter where we are.
Yeah, they don't kill anybody.
At all.
They stopped doing that.
Never did.
Yeah.
We only defend ourselves.
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Against Malcolm X.
This guy. Anyway,
Go on. Most organized that you know of.
I don't know, you know. I don't know, because at some point they all kind of.
Is that a trademark?
What do you mean?
Is that a trademark? The organization, the type of organization, the sophistication of the organization. Is that a trademark of whites as opposed to blacks? Because you're struggling right now.
I don't know, because all the ones that come into my head, I'm thinking about how after a certain amount of time there was a lack of unity and organization, didn't it? So it kind of flopped. The Crips were the same, the Bloods were the same, the El Rukans.
El Rukans?
Yeah, they used to be. Is it El Rukans? Jeff Fort. I think it was Jeff Fort. He used to be a gang leader, but then he became more black conscious, so he changed the organization a bit. And in fact, not funny enough, but he was very instrumental in getting, if I'm not mistaken, Nixon in office. I believe so. In terms of getting a lot of black people to vote for that, I think it was Nixon or it was a particular mayor. I could be getting my facts wrong here. Please, someone correct me. But yeah, huge. They were huge as well. Obviously, Larry Hoover's group. Are they the GDs? Growth and Development.
Growth and development.
Yeah, man, it's about growth and
not
development.
The gangster disciples.
I mean, they changed, man. They changed.
Man said growth and development, community outreach, and that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't say the Black Panthers. I wouldn't say they're a gang, because no. That gives them a negative connotation. And the Black Panthers were good. Yeah, I don't know. Who else is
And
there?
if we say the Black Panthers, we can throw it NOI. If we're letting the Black Panthers in, then we can throw it NOI.
No, but the NOI is a religious organization. It's religious. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
Black
IDF.
Panthers wasn't. That was just
IDF.
They're killers, isn't it? They're just diabolical human beings. They're just killing innocent people.
Yeah.
They're the worst of the worst.
No, I said IDF because it's a religious organization.
They ain't religious.
Okay.
They say they are.
But that's what the hell?
It's different though, Brent.
Yeah, I know it's different, but I'm just saying that's where my mind went.
Okay. I mean, I get you.
It's a false conspiracy, but it's where my mind went.
I can't think of anybody. Who comes to your mind?
No, this is the point I was trying to make. The disorganized nature that in itself might be a great strategy.
Yeah.
Because I remember each time they had to get like hitmen, they would say, get the Yardis, get the Haitians. And like it struck fear in people.
Yeah.
Because of like zoom in, zoom out, fly out. You understand? And that might be like, hey, that's better than the wait a while and, you know, bam, take him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which would you prefer? If you're part of an organization, other than the NOI, because they're not a gang, which would you be part of? Something like the Cosa Nostra. How about the Scarface people, right? Let's say Scarface. I'm not talking about Miami. Let's go back to Mexico and them ones there, right?
Okay.
And the Haitians and the Jamaicans, because they have similar type of tactics. Kamikaze. Big bomb rush. Side.
Oh, but before that, yeah, these guys are making a good point. BMF were organized as well. You know what I'm saying? Big Mitch and them.
Is that the one that 50 Cent's a rap? He made a video saying he didn't snitch.
He didn't snitch though.
Okay.
Mitch. 100% he didn't snitch.
But, okay, never mind.
You're talking about them saying Rick Ross is a rat. Like
No,
why?
50 was saying that he was a rat.
No, he wouldn't say Mitch is a rat.
Okay, who's he saying was a rat?
I think Rick Rossi was saying.
Is it?
You know, he was the police, innit?
Sorry, this is recent. Like, he put a picture
Yeah,
up
that's
of...
what I'm saying. So he was upset that basically Meech, I think maybe took a picture of Rick Ross.
Sorry, have you seen the video where he says that I'm home early because I didn't snitch? Sorry. He says, don't look at me being home early as me saying I snitched. I didn't. Did you see the video?
No, I've not seen that.
All right, he said, it's for my family,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I'm home early. I didn't tell though.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. He doesn't speak like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to speak gang.
He's been in there for decades, man. I don't think. Nah, man.
So are you? What are you doing? Are you doing the same thing you did with Prince?
What happened?
Like,
Yeah, because no one said anything about Meech snitching.
but wasn't 50 saying that just the other day?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I think.
You think it was
I've
Rick Ross?
not heard it,
I thought I
but-
saw a picture of Meech,
Yeah,
and then I saw a rat.
can't be.
I don't.
Yeah, somebody in chat say
Am
something.
I
man.
making things up? Let me
Oh
see.
man,
What happened?
yeah, you're right.
No, I'm not.
No, you're right.
I can't be.
Oh, you're right. They're saying you're right. They're saying, yeah, he said Big Meech is a rat. And then Yvette said that same thing. Ghana Greatness said the same thing.
And this is how you've now changed your mind?
Oh man, this is diabolical, man. Okay, so Ed is basically, because Ed knows. So Ed basically said Meech's girl snitched on his behalf to get him time off. So they're saying basically it's like third party.
Does it still count?
If it's
or
true-
should he come out and say, like, I stand by everything minus my girl.
Nah, that's diabolical, man.
Oh, you can't do that.
What? If she what? Did she snitch?
If
This is
obviously you're the best person to ask because Margaret's not here. So if you were in jail,
horrible. Yeah.
and you would abide by that stupid code of silence, right? And your girl wants you back,
Yeah.
and you're telling her don't do anything stupid, Maybe you have children with her, and she's been loyal to you. She hasn't slept around or whatnot. Not even the thing of she's been doing it, but just hasn't been getting into you. No, she just hasn't.
Yeah.
And she goes and basically, whispers a few things, and you were allowed out. What would you do? Would you stay in?
No, if I'm out, I'm out, innit? But
No, you could refuse to come up.
no, that don't make no sense.
All right, okay. I just wanted to know. I just wanted
to come out, but
I just wanted to know if it is that you can basically make a stand saying nope, sorry.
But I'll see her differently though.
Would you stay with her?
It's a tough one. I need to assess the situation. Maybe. It's diabolical work though.
Suppose everybody who used to be part of your crew, they're dead or in jail and they're not coming out. Would that change your decision?
Man, because it's still
disgusting behavior that she basically.
No, because I signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? And
So
you signed up for
that's what I'm saying. So why would you stay with her if
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking about it.
you would actually leave her, the mother of your children, who stayed with you through thick and thin walls?
Yeah, yeah, but it's
Can I ask? Because I really want to understand why a man like you abides by this code.
It's just about loyalty, isn't it?
And bear in mind, this scenario in which I have in my head, I haven't told you, is you didn't do whatever it is you're in there for.
I hear it.
And you're holding corn for somebody else. And if they died, they've now died. They did. So you're still holding on to this code because you're so
No, I mean
loyal.
the person that's dead, he would want me to be out, innit?
Is that where is it you break the code?
Do you know what it is?
You see how stupid this is.
it's
You
so-
see how stupid this is, you
do you know what it is?
intelligent man. No, he should not be allowed to go to Reddit. He should not be. God damn it. You don't deserve good things, sir.
No, but you know what it is? I'm just one of those people who just see it as, if you sign up for this particular thing, the thing you shared with that person or that organization is with that person or the organization. That's how I see it. So, for example, this is why I respect the La Cosa Nostra. You know what I'm saying? This is why I respect the organizations that live that way. Because it's like, even though I may not like you, there's still a line we don't go past. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. I remember, again, I think I mentioned this on the show before. I remember watching a documentary one time, and this one guy was in court, innit? The guy had the opportunity to snitch on somebody who tried to kill him. The guy said, no, I don't know who did it. No. Didn't snitch, didn't say nothing. After the case, the guy who killed him, who attempted to kill him, went up to him to be like, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I wanted you off this planet, there's still some sort of understanding that it's part of this thing that we signed up for years ago, before I even knew it existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just staying loyal to our commitment, to what we committed to. And that's what it is. So it may seem stupid, but that's just how it is. And don't get me wrong, like, I do think
It's so weird.
I do think it can change though if you feel as though somebody maybe betrayed you. You know what I mean? But to each their own, innit? Like I can't say what's right or wrong for another person.
Fair. I mean, what I find comical is that y'all would spend time in jail. Y'all would make sure that your life and your welfare is degraded based on this particular commitment to this code.
Yeah.
Right? But when y'all make agreements with the missus and the wife and the girlfriends, you don't keep that.
Not necessarily. That might be the case. But maybe you have to remember, people who say that, yeah, like for example, when you just said that now, you are now seeing, you're putting a hierarchy on those particular things.
I 100%, my bias is showing.
100%.
I
No,
think
but
it's foolish. I think that making a commitment to not cheat and be to your girl, it means something, especially if it is that you
100%.
respect her, right?
Yeah.
So it's respect that I'm focusing on, the respect aspect of it,
100%.
right? And I'm thinking that could be placed in different aspects of your life.
100%.
A code that a man looks to stand by doesn't just need to present itself in this particular decrepit place in which it is that you grew up with a few other men who have questionable morals and ethics and this, that, and next. Do you understand? Because a lot of the times, you don't even know what these particular men who you're now basically bandying with are doing in their private time.
Oh, 100%. You're right.
But yet you're still bound by this particular...
Because I think what it is you're projecting the way you see life onto these people who may not see it that way.
100% I am.
No, but that's why
and I'm aware of it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But this is why you're coming up with those results. You know what I'm saying? Because they might see it as, okay, these women, for example, are replaceable. Or even if they're not replaceable and I value this particular woman, it's part of the culture, for example, to have maybe 2 or 3 other women. So for somebody who's not part of that culture, you may see it as a bad thing. But what is something that's a staple in their culture is that if I have this particular commitment with these particular people who are part of this organization, I know he will do everything in his power to kill and save my life. And I'll do the same for him.
All of that I understand.
Yeah.
I even understand the weight in which it is that they place these particular things that I am saying flip around differently. I understand all of that because it's very obvious.
Yeah.
But when it is that you're seeing these band of merry men in which it is that you made this commitment to, they all gonna do their own thing.
Man.
Why are you still committed to this thing where everybody's gone?
100% agree. I know exactly what you're saying. It's mad. I remember. You remember, what's his name? Sammy the Bull.
Yes.
Diabolical work. But at the same time, I just think I think he's disgusting, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I see why he felt the way he felt. Because your number one guy, your guy that you would have killed for, that you would have died for, you heard talking reckless about you. And just, you know what I mean? And it just broke his heart. So he felt like, okay, cool. You guys will do what's necessary to put me behind the jail, under the jail. You don't potentially would kill me. I have to save myself now. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But at the same time, you didn't necessarily sign up to the commitment with the people. You signed up to the organization. I think that's basically what it is.
That's an easy way out.
No,
when
but
you
that's
say you
what it
signed up
is.
the organization,
Yeah.
that's why I specifically said,
Yeah.
because there are many different organizations out there in this particular example that you're given. And it just means the group of brothers you basically make this commitment to.
Yeah.
And each set, they would have enemies, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying when all of that set, the only ones you call brethren,
Yeah.
are dead, or they've basically gone their own way, decided to basically do this, that, and the next, you are still going to uphold what?
No, but
It's a greater thing.
No, but at some point, I guess people, if everybody's gone, then you kind of go too, innit? Like, you just go mind your own business, innit? You won't be involved in it anymore anyway.
This is not what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
You abiding by this particular rule that you're all made,
Yeah.
right?
I get what you're saying. Okay, let me throw something back at you, because I think this is what you're basically saying. There's a guy that Lil Boosie was basically saying, I've lost so much respect for. His name was Gangster Williams or something, yeah? And he basically snitched. He went pen, man did man killings before and everything, went pen. But then he snitched to get out. And his argument was, I just snitched on people that were dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I be in jail when the people who did the crimes are now dead? I could just assign them the crime and be free. And he did exactly that, and he's free. Boosie lost respect for him. He said, no, that guy is the X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about that? Do you say to yourself, no, he signed up for this, so even if everybody else is dead, don't look to put anything on their jacket?
I think if you're that person that you fully believe in this, then yeah, 100%, because it's not just for yourself, it's for the next generation. It's about what you're setting as an example for anybody who may subscribe to this way of life. Because the reality is this, it doesn't have to be, remember, it doesn't have to be a gang. It could be an organization that wants good things for the black community. Let's just say it's the Black Panthers.
No, what you've done, I understand.
Okay,
and
cool.
even the example you're looking to do, I understand.
Cool.
The aspect that is being lost on me is the lack of value and freedom. Do you understand?
Yeah,
and for black people specifically, when your freedom has been revoked and you are applying this particular discipline and loyalty to this thing that still steals your freedom,
Yeah.
brother, can't.
I get you.
I can't.
Maybe that's something that needs to be a stipulation when people sign up in it.
How do you mean?
Like,
Like
when-
if everybody else is dead, then you're allowed to go
That's
free.
right. Yeah.
Well,
But then that will incentivize people to maybe say, you know what, this is a lot of work.
be
I might kill that guy. I'll never be done with this.
to be honest,
Human
I have no
beings.
empathy for any of y'all anyway. hey, I love Jesus Christ, and he wouldn't advocate for all this gang stuff.
Are you sure? Jesus died for his people, man. Jesus
I don't
put
know
his
what you
life-
just done. What have you just
He
done?
put his life on the line. He didn't snitch. Man went to the cross.
You
died.
you telling me he didn't scream, "I am God"?
What do you mean?
That's why he got killed.
Yeah, I heard that.
He said the quiet bits out loud,
No. To be fair,
and they said you blasphemer. How dare you basically say
yeah,
that
and
you're God? I will kill you.
He said, "Yeah, I'm staying true to what I believe."
You can't spin this. You're not going to do a spin doctor thing and say
trying.
that.
He said, "I'll stay true to this. I don't care if it costs my life, my freedom. I'm not walking, and I'm dying. 33 years old, done." And now you've
Right.
got billions of people worshiping.
All right, then.
Pick up Jesus the Christ.
Oh, Christ. Last
Black
headlines.
Jesus.
Have you finished the people children?
One last thing.
All right,
This
cool.
is for man like Fanan, myself, and Ramsey. There's a place called Plates London, and they become the first vegan restaurant in the UK, man, to win a Michelin star. Yeah, man. Obviously, they're white owned and that, but pick them up still. You know what I'm saying? They're the first in the UK to be awarded a Michelin star. They are located on Old Street, and they serve a fully plant-based menu. And yeah, man, pick them up. I've never been there, obviously. I don't know. Fanan, have you been there? It's called Plates London. Plates London. So yeah, might be good for those who want to try out something in it. But this is Michelin star quality, apparently. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, Brent. So yeah, let's move on to the last set of headlines. Oh man, you remember obviously Blackwall Tunnel's gonna be what do you call it? They're gonna put what do you call it? Tolls on it where you have to pay to go through, right?
It sounds like he said toes.
Oh,
It's like, how are they going to work that out? Yes.
I saw an advert for it. So they've started. Man.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw an advert a few days ago on YouTube or something. Basically talking about the plans. They dressed it up so nice. Made it seem like, oh yes, this new tunnel's coming and guys, you have to. This is why you got to stay woke, man. You know what I'm saying? All this foolishness. Just ways to take our money. Anyway, I mentioned Sadiq Khan. Why? Because he's been accused of utter hypocrisy by conservative critics after urging businesses to bring staff back to the office, despite City Hall operating on a hybrid work model. So the mayor expressed concerns that London could become a hollowed-out city if companies reduce office space, and said that young graduates may miss out on important skills and connections without office work. Fair enough. But critics have pointed out that Khan's move of City Hall to a smaller, cost-saving location in the Royal Docks back in 2021 contradicts his message to businesses. You know what I'm saying? That why? Because it resulted in staff working from home 2 or 3 days a week.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is what he's saying.
Said do as I say, not as I do.
Absolutely, Mr. Sadiq Khan. Pardon me, sir. He's now sir, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's been knighted?
Yeah, he got knighted. I think I mentioned this 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah. What's his name? Starmer gave it to him. Conservative leaders, including Neil Garrett and Susan Hall.
Sorry.
What happened?
He's allowed to give out sirs.
Yeah, I believe so.
The Prime Minister?
You know, governments have more power than monarchs.
Yeah, that's a different question I'm asking. I didn't know that you
I think you basically
got
put them
bestowed.
forward. Yeah, I think you put them names forward, and then obviously, ritual, the king will knight. Yeah,
Makes more sense to me. Continue.
yeah, that's the best guy. This is kind of like how it is in Nigeria. Like,
I've
unfortunately,
never been to Nigeria.
But basically, what I'm trying to say is that a lot. What happened?
So I've stumbled on something on TikTok where
Okay.
this lady shows all of the dope spots to go to and eat in London and stuff, right?
Okay.
And the video I'm talking about that had me gasping was a place that kind of looks like a pub, and it serves on Sundays like a Ghanaian buffet.
Okay.
And I think it's £32, I think, and eat all you can, eat all you want, and it has every single dish. Obviously, not every single dish in Ghana and whatnot, but all of the niceness that Ghana has to offer. And I'm telling myself, I'm going to go there on Sunday, not
Serious?
this Sunday, because
On a Sunday.
a Sunday, yes.
You don't remember the name?
I will find it because I think I saved it.
Okay. Enoch, let us know, man. You're a Ghanaian resident, man. Jackie, you know what I mean? Let us know. But yeah, while Brent's looking for that, Conservative leaders, including Neil Garrett and Susan Hall, criticised Khan for his own office's hybrid model, calling him an utter hypocrite for not practicing what he preaches. A spokesperson for the GLA, the Greater London Authority, defended the move, emphasising savings of £58 million over 5 years, which would be reinvested in vital services and economic growth, and stating that the new City Hall was popular with staff and Londoners. Next headline, and Goldman Sachs international boss Richard Gnod explained that the bank had dropped its internal diversity rule, which required companies to have at least 2 diverse board members, one of whom had to be a woman to be eligible for IPO advising. He said that the policy had been successful in driving change, and diversity had now become more widespread in boardrooms. What happened?
Ghanaians, they're mocking me. So it's called Gold Coast,
Okay.
and Ghana Greatness is like, here's me thinking it was going to be a new spot. So they've been there. But
Yeah, but you guys know, man. Yeah, you have to give Brent a break.
yeah, I'm not Ghanaian. So I'm definitely going to check it out. It looks lovely. Anyway,
Sick. Where's Gold Coast at, though?
South, I think.
Cool. All right, nice. This decision follows a legal ruling where U.S. federal appeals. This decision follows a legal ruling where U.S. Federal Appeals Court determined that Nasdaq could not impose diversity requirements on companies' boards, leading Goldman Sachs to end its formal policy. Nod denied that this shift was influenced by the Trump administration's stance on diversity and inclusion programs, stressing that Goldman Sachs remained committed to advancing diversity initiatives. He also noted that uncertainty over U.S. trade policies, particularly regarding tariffs, was dampening businesses' investment appetites, citing the impact of President Trump's tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. Regarding the UK, Nod urged the government to accelerate infrastructure projects such as energy and transportation developments rather than waiting for long-term plans to materialise. He suggested involving the private sector through competitive tenders to get these projects moving sooner. And our last headline basically was about Sam Kerr, to be fair. And for those who don't know, who missed the topic of the day, Chelsea footballer Sam Kerr, she was found not guilty of causing racially aggravated harassment after making the comment "stupid and white" to a Met police officer by the name of PC Stephen Lavelle. And this was during an incident on January 30th, 2023, so 2 years ago. Kerr, alongside her partner, Christy Mewis, had been out drinking when they were taken to Twickenham police station after a taxi dispute involving damage to the vehicle and unpaid costs. Christy Mewis. Actually, no. At the station, Kerr became abusive towards PC Lavelle, but the jury ruled in her favour after deliberating for several hours. Kerr admitted using the phrase during the heated exchange, but denied that it amounted to racial harassment. She expressed regret over the way that she phrased her words, but she emphasised that her feelings about the situation was rooted in her perception of being treated unfairly by the police officer. Kerr's legal team argued that the CPS, the Crown Prosecution Service, had violated its guidelines by prosecuting her almost a year after the incident. Especially, and this is the part I forgot to mention as well, especially as the officer's initial statement did not indicate significant emotional impact from the commitment. So when he first gave his statement, he didn't mention those stupid and white thing, you know.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, not at all. It's only afterwards now that he's like, oh yeah, by the way, she called me stupid and white and it affected me deeply.
I wonder which football team his wife supports.
Interesting. But yeah, man, the case highlighted the challenges in balancing individual expressions and their impact, particularly when issues of race and authority intersect in a tense situation. And that is it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills. Let's get into the reaction. All right, people. There isn't much to talk about, to be fair, in the reaction. I believe there were some games yesterday. Let me get it up for you, people. Brest lost to PSG 3-0. Juventus beat PSV Eindhoven 2-1. Man City lost at home to Real Madrid 3-2. And Sporting Lisbon lost at home as well to Borussia Dortmund. So these are the knockout playoffs in the UEFA Champions League. Brent, who's your money on? Who's winning this league, man?
Arsenal.
I like the positivity.
Then again, we lost our only striker. Well, he's not only striker. Sterling's also a striker, but he's not a striker. We lost Havertz. He went to Dubai to get freshened up.
Oh, what
And he
happened?
popped down.
Is he good though?
Havertz?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Serious?
that's not. Yeah, he's not a midfielder, and he's not an efficient scorer of goals.
What the
Right.
hell? He's not a midfielder.
Yeah, he was brought in for midfield. left
Okay.
mid, but that's not his position. He should not be playing there.
Okay.
And he's been doing well up front, but he's not efficient. He's not a hitman. So he gets a lot of criticism because he misses a lot.
Bear.
But he's a great footballer.
Okay.
When I didn't say superb, I didn't say excellent. I just said great. He's very good at doing certain things.
Okay.
And he's a very good, an excellent squad player, I would say. I would say he's an excellent squad player. And he should be used as such. There are many good things about him, but we should not be relying on him to bag goals for us. That's not his thing. That is not his thing.
All right. I hear it. Today, Premier League game. Big game. Everton's taking on Liverpool.
Yeah.
7:30,
Very big
guys. But there's also going to be some Champions League games as well, man. So Club Brugge is going to be taking on Atalanta.
Brent, I am a music podcast sound engineer. Hi, me, bro. I don't know if it is that you're insulting the stream or you're just saying, hey. Either which way, hit me up on Discord, hit me up via email, hit me up via Instagram. Let's talk. I'm looking for some people anyway. Let me see where your skill sets lie and if it is that you can serve this community well. Anyway, let's go.
Yes. Celtic's going to be taking on Bayern Munich. Feyenoord is going to be taking on AC Milan. And Monaco is going to be taking on Benfica. So, yeah, that's what's going to be happening today, guys. And I'm pretty sure in the week we have to talk about the greatest card in boxing history. It might be the best card. February 22nd. Every single fight, Brent.
What's happening on Feb the 22nd? 'Cause that's around the corner. And this is
Yes.
after Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So people will be focused on the stuff they need to be focused on. No longer the love thing.
Exactly. Right. This is I basically I just left the thingy in the doc in it so that I'm reminded of how good this card is every time we get into the reaction in it. So we ain't gonna talk about it really now, but really just want to just plant the seeds in people's heads about how good this card is. It's even being billed as the fight card of the century, and I agree, man. So obviously you know about Better Be a Versus before, innit?
Yes.
That's the rematch. The rematch is happening, basically February 22nd. On top of that, you got Dubois versus Parker, co-main event. You got Stevenson, right, versus Schofield. It's going to be a 6 fight, but a good on-point Stevenson should handle that, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a good fight. Schofield is trying to step up and be something in the world. Adames versus Hamza Shiraz. That's going to be a solid fight. Hamza Shiraz, everyone is basically looking at him and like he's the greatest. And to be fair to him, he does everything right. He's got all the attributes. You know what I'm saying? Tall, long reach, everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's got a lot of room because of how his frame is. He's got a lot of room to move up. You know what I'm saying? As he gets older and progresses in his career, he's doing everything right, man. He's knocking guys out. He's giving you a good show. So big up Hamza Shiraz, man. It's gonna be a good fight. But Adames is a serious guy too, and I hope Adames gives Shiraz the challenge that he should. Ortiz Jr. versus Madrimov. Now Madrimov, you guys would obviously know, he lost to the great Terence Crawford. I think this was probably like last year, August, something like that. Sick fight. It showed, for the first time, it kind of showed a lot of, let me not say a lot, but it showed some vulnerabilities in Terence Crawford's arsenal, only because Terence Crawford was stepping up to 154 for the first time. Madrimov is a solid guy, great amateur background as well, disciplined fighter. And because of that loss, I feel like he's definitely going to have something inside of him to redeem himself. Ortiz Jr. is another reckless guy. That guy just comes to fight. He don't back down from nobody. Last fight, he got dropped twice, I believe. What's the guy he fought? Oh, man, I can't remember. They gave him the decision. I thought they were being a bit generous to him. Maybe a draw. Maybe even the other guy won. I can't remember his name. I don't know why it just jumped out my head. But that is going to be explosive. Then Shile Zhang versus Caballero. Caballero is another guy. Don't bet against him. Caballero is a serious guy. Good heavyweight boxer. The fact that he beat what's his name? Sanchez. I missed that fight. I remember I was meant to go link up with one of my guys. Yeah, basically we were watching the fight. And I basically got there late thinking, okay, yeah, cool. When I get there, whatever, I'm getting phone calls like, yo, Caballero dispatched of Sanchez. I'm like, what? How? Sanchez? Cuban? Yeah, Sanchez Cuban, isn't it? Yeah. No chance. Anyway, he did the job. Caballero's a serious fighter. That's going to be a really good fight. And the first fight, and which is so crazy, a lot of the time when you're watching boxing, first, second fight, you might be able to miss, innit? The first fight on this card is Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. Light heavyweights. Sick UK domestic fight. It's going to be crazy. Hopefully Buatsi really impresses. My money's on Buatsi to win that. And hopefully he does so that he can fight Anthony Yard or fight straight, you know what, jump ahead of Anthony Yard, no disrespect, and fight the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. That's a serious, it's a serious weight class, man, the light heavyweights. So yeah, well, I'm pretty sure we're going to get into that close to the time, innit? But yeah, just wanted to mention that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, what's this? No, I'm just trying to be like you. Do I message the TDA Discord account or do you have a personal one?
I have access to both. Don't matter, man. We need a social media person, man. Mm-hmm. There's so much stuff that, and we need help, man. God damn it! But soon.
Yes.
Soon.
Soon,
Let's wrap this up.
Soon.
Let's wrap this up. I need to go.
Yes. Let's do this, Brent. Wrap up.
Let's wrap it.
Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. You guys are loyal to the cause, man. Every single blessed day you guys are here with us, man. We appreciate you highly and deeply, guys.
Amen.
100%.
I
We
mean.
are on the road to 6K subscribers. Like
On
Brent
the
says.
road.
Well, Brent, sorry. I like to say we're on the road to 10K.
On the road.
On the road to 10K, guys. Subscribe, like the video, man. Comment, share it with a friend, share it with a family member. Yes, first thing we spoke about, Israel basically said the Gaza ceasefire will end if Hamas does not free hostages by Saturday. Prior to this, by the way, Hamas was basically saying that Israel breached the actual terms and conditions. So hopefully they don't try some nonsense and sabotage the whole damn thing. But obviously, we expect nothing less of bloody Netanyahu, right?
What's your money on? What's happening in come Monday morning?
I don't want to be negative, you know.
Yeah, sure.
No, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I think it'll be fine. I'm just hoping for the best. Chief Inspector of Probation basically said that prisoners are being sent back to jail. Why? Because it's the easiest thing to do. Diabolical work. Post-mortem results also revealed some real damning injuries, man, to a British couple, unfortunately, that were found dead at their home in France. And for our topic of the day, we spoke about the double standards in insults. Are all racial slurs equally condemned? Should they be? Are we being bloody hypocritical or are we being obtuse, like our good brother Von says? Because being black is laced with 400 plus years of racism.
What did you call me?
Black.
What did you say?
Black. You know what I'm saying? But being called white maybe is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll probably never be called that. Actually, to be fair, 2024.
Anything is possible,
anything
man. You
is
can
possible.
identify as whatever you want to identify as.
True indeed. Next thing we spoke about is...
Fact, not in Trump's 2025.
It's going to be different, man.
And not in Kemi's 2025.
That is
Or
true.
the next leader of the UK, which is Farage.
Hey, Farage. Look, that's another thing that's not going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
Never happening.
Yeah.
Yes, we also spoke about the rebels' attack, man, in DR Congo. It's diabolical. We also spoke about the oil cleanup scam. These warnings were ignored by Shell. So this is what happens back home, man. It's so sad in Ogoniland. And this is what the legendary, what's his name? Ken Saro-Wiwa. He was killed by a batcher. By a batcher. he was campaigning against this. Anyway, I don't know. Go off on one and start talking about that. But yeah, long story short, this is what the UN 2011 report showed. It showed extreme contamination, carcinogens in drinking water, all of these type of things that happen because of Shell's presence there. Shell's basically saying, together with the Nigerian government, we clean up the things that we cause an issue. But when people are trying to steal certain things and there's spills, we're not responsible for that. That's what they're saying. But long story short, there's a scam going on. We also spoke about Elon Musk and how he denied leading a hostile takeover of the US government, basically saying, you know what, we found $1 trillion of wastage, man. And we spoke about the hypocrisy of Sadiq Khan. This is according to the Tories anyway, saying, why the hell are you telling businesses to bring back staff and to get them back in the office when you basically moved office and told people they can work at home 2 to 3 days a week? But he's saying, long story short, I'm trying to save money for this city. £58 million was saved, or at least will be over the course of the next 5 years. Goldman Sachs, just like Google, just like Amazon, just like Facebook or Meta, they've axed their diversity rule. They said it served the purpose though, but they're no longer doing it. And of course, we spoke about Sam Kerr again. I gave you a bit more details on that. For the reaction, we spoke about the greatest boxing card in history, but we will again talk about that closer to the time. Again, people, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow. We've got an amazing guest. Tune in. Again, we are on the road to 10K subscribers, man.
On the road.
Like the video, please. Share the video. Let's get there, man. Have a blessed day, people.
Later.
Peace.
Hopefully this end card works.